What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome back to Airport CEO and a recreation of the Salt Lake City International Airport. Last time we got a couple more stands in place. We've got a bunch of chaos happening in the middle here. It looks messy. It'll probably get better once we get, all the taxiway in place, as well as heading over to the other runway that doesn't exist. I'd like to get rid of some of this and clean up this area, but I don't want to move it up here and then have to move it again and possibly a third time. So I think we need to figure out where the central area here is going to end up living. I do want to come in and get a break room here because we don't even have security guards here. Okay, he's back. So let's start off by giving you a break room somewhere over here. I'm just going to grab the little break room here and slide it right behind you. And I think that'll help things out. Still dealing with some lag. I may turn the ratio. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Trying to avoid dropping the ratio too much right now because we do need to make sure we do get some passengers coming in, because that's money. Okay, this is the center line right here. Actually, give me planning mode. So you are center. You're going to live somewhere there. Let's figure out where this escalator is going. Let's actually come upstairs first. So in the middle. Is that middle? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's dead on. Glad to see that. I'm going to extend this out to like there. Might as well take out the interior walls. In the center area here, we've got the escalator that takes you down. There's a restaurant on the left, restaurant on the right up here. Around the corner, there's an elevator that takes you down to the tunnel. And then over on this side, there's a couple shops. There's a Hip and Humble, the TripAdvisor / King's English. There's a Fry, which I don't know what it is. On the opposite side, there's a Uno Day 50. There's a Starbucks and a Granados, and then a couple other shops coming forward. I don't think we're going to get all of those in place. But give me a little bit of wall action so I can kind of see where things are laying out. This hallway. Oh, there's actually shops all the way to the bathrooms that live here. There's also a sensory room in the same area. So basically there's going to be shops kind of running over here. You are the center point. And I'm going to add some terminal foundation down here. I will probably end up taking some of it out because we won't need all of this. It's probably way more than we are going to need going forward. But I do want to be able to get this guy in place. We'll take out that wall. We'll take out the other walls over here. And now I lost where my center is. I believe it's here. Okay. In fact, give me you. We've got a little bit of cash. Let's build that, and we'll take it up a little bit. And in fact, we'll go one more. Because right here, so this is 3 off this wall. We will probably end up taking out some of this wall. Nope, don't. Just go back in planning mode first, since that's where everything else has been doing. You end up coming over, I think, to there. I think you're going to be kind of the walkway area. Yeah, the walls come from here, but then they kind of feather back. And there's a Panda Express that's pushed back, a Pizzeria Limon. There's a Shake Shack on the left side, on the right side, coming up from where this staircase is. I'm just going to wall there. There's a SLC Essentials, couple bathrooms pushed back a little bit, chocolate factory, and then we've got the other shops. So coming off here, it opens up into the plaza area. So we've got 3 coming off the center, so 1, 2, 3, so it basically ends up back here. And so shops, and it'll kind of go back a little bit as we get the shops in. Not going to deal with the bathrooms or anything just yet. I do want to get the escalator in. Escalators here, there's information right next to it. And then there's a little bit of seating in the middle part here before you hit the restaurant. So the restaurant's going to live here. That's a Rooster's Brewing Company. And then on the opposite side is a Market Street Grill. So we'll do another 3 squares. That's going to go that way. That's going to come up. Let's go ahead and run things. I want to come downstairs here for right now so that we can get the escalator in place. It is a big escalator. I'm just going to do a single one. And drop down. We will put you there. I could use a little bit more terminal foundation. I can't do it that way. I need to do it this way. So we'll take that around like so. I've got a feeling Airport CEO is going to favor one of the 2 tunnels to the B terminal. Obviously, people going to the eastern portion of B, it will use the center one, but this one that's over here, wherever here is, here. I don't think that's going to get a whole lot of use. We need to sign a contract. You guys are just struggling getting through, I take it? Where are you trying to get to, Alan? Yeah, you're trying to get to that seat. I knew that seat would be a problem. We'll get the restaurant back in there. Shop's doing okay. It's good to see. We'll go ahead and come down a floor. We will get, as soon as I figure out where my mouse went, there we go. I need to build another couple here. Oh, I'm going to need to build the surrounding area, aren't I? And then down here, we're going to need some terminal foundation as well to get the other portion of the escalator in place. Let's pause for a second. You would need to live there. So we can go ahead and wall this side off, wall this off, wall this off. I'm going to leave the area on the right-hand side open because the space going across is quite large, actually. It's roughly the same size as... It's just smaller than this section, so we'll probably take it 5 tiles across, 5 of the larger squares. So whenever you get down here and it opens up into the tunnel, we'll probably take it like that. And then take that all the way across to the B. We'll go ahead and zone this as secure before I forget. We'll come upstairs here. You need... let's get our wall in place first. Okay. I want to zone you as secure. I want to zone outside of it as secure as well. And then I want to zone you as a staff zone. And hopefully that'll prevent the game from squeezing people through the wall and out into the lower level area. Go ahead and we'll speed things up so we can get things built now that we kind of have the layout in place. I'm inclined to take this back ever so slightly. Okay, that is zoned. Can I just grab... That's not the correct tool. Grab the bathrooms, get them in place. Do I just not have the money for this? Give me my wall, game. What are we short on? Janitors? Of course we are. I'm going to take out the interior wall here. We will probably add it back in once we get the shops laid out where they need to exist. I'll leave the central area here. Why do I feel like that is not even? No, it is. Okay. For some reason, this didn't line up in my brain with the other side. Probably end up doing a single restaurant over through here. And then just build the 2 restaurants separately. But then there's just a bunch of tables, chairs, charging stations, it looks like, up in the top, and just kind of a big seating area with a bunch of windows overlooking the taxiway and apparently all the cattle. There are so many cows. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that make 6? Still not necessarily thrilled with this, but I think it works. Oh yeah, there's a Panera and a Coach over here. And then this stand will have a access point. I think I'm going to put it on the right, and then seating in the middle here right, let's come downstairs. I guess we'll go ahead and stick with planning mode. We'll do 5 across. We will take you... That's more than 5 across. We'll take you over to here. Yeah, that's still more than 5 across. There we go. Come up the floor. We'll go ahead and lay this whole stretch of terminal foundation that will someday exist. Now we need to figure out what's happening here. So up on the top area, there is a Concourse B plaza area, so it looks like it's got some more seating up here. There's a couple shops on either side. On the right-hand side, there's a couple restaurants. But we're going to have to deal with the escalator coming up. Whenever you come up, there's another set of bathrooms. And then there's a bank of elevators, and then the escalator. It is not. Interesting. The escalator's not centered, which I find interesting. So give me... We are in planning mode. Give me this. I want to come up here just so I know where that lives. You are the center point, so I want to do that just so I know where the center is. You're coming from the tunnel. Escalator is going to be on the right-hand side. There's bathrooms on the left-hand side, as well as elevators. So you are the center point. The bathrooms come down to about the same point, so it's going to be 2. We need to take this stretch out. Need to take out the interior walls here out. We are going to need an... Actually, we're going to need a second floor before I do anything else, aren't we? Stretch you that way. We'll throw you over here. I don't know how far Terminal B is going. Again, we're going to be basing this off the current 2026 map that doesn't have all of the terminals in place yet. Give me wall for a second. We're going up 3 squares. So 1, 2, 3. So this is kind of the corner of the main walkway, if you will. And then coming 3 down from the top. 1, 2, 3. So it's basically here and here. So shop, shop, big open area. I think the world map lives here. There's bathrooms down here to the bottom left. Restaurants over here to the right. The escalator. Nope, stay in planning mode first. Escalator comes up. Again, it's off-centered because there's elevators here. We're going to take it over to 1 square so I can get my wall like I like to have in there. So we'll wall you down. And we'll connect you there. And then over here is where the elevators live. 4, 5, sure. We'll go ahead and throw an elevator here and here. This wall basically comes back. Then there's another escalator over on this side, along with an elevator back here that takes you up to the Delta Sky Lounge. And there goes a fox. So you can go away. Actually, you can all go away because this is going to have to extend over a little bit more. Bathrooms are 4 square wide. So I think we need to go here and here, which means we need to extend this way as it is even. This will give us our bathrooms. This will give us our stairway to the lounge. There's only 3 lounges, I believe, in the airport currently. I think there's 2 Delta, and then there's 1... I don't want to say multi-purpose, but that's basically what it is. We'll go ahead and wall this. And then come down and wall you. You'll come out like so, and then we'll have the elevators. So this will probably be the back wall. That's not the one I need. I need you. You all go away. Okay. We've got all kinds of plans for the future. Not enough plans for now. I hate it when I see just random elevators on the map. But whenever you go up or down both directions, the elevator doesn't go anywhere. It's just an elevator logo. The back area of the concourse is kind of even with the bathrooms, so we're going to come in with a little bit more terminal foundation. It's smaller in width than the rest of the area here, so we're going to come in a little bit. We're going to do that. Let's go down on that floor, and we will go to there, and that is going to be the top of the area. Now, we have these stands. What are we doing with... Actually, no, let's go back into planning mode for a second. All of this planning... That's a tight fit. We could do it. There are bathrooms in that gap right here. And I just found another elevator that goes somewhere. We see these bathrooms that we've got. One, two. Tell you what. We could shrink these bathrooms up to 3 squares, do another set of bathrooms here that are 3 squares wide, and then have the other stands in place. I think that's what I want to do. So let's come down here. We'll get rid of you. We will get rid of you. You all go... Actually, you probably could have stayed. Oh, that was not in planning mode. Or we can make these bathrooms smaller because they are laid out differently than the other ones. And then we just do smaller bathrooms here and here. Which I think would be the way I would rather do it. And then you shrink down. You go and you go. No. You need to stay there. We can still fit an escalator back here to take you up to the suite level or the lounges, as well as the elevator here. Coffee Bean, Freddy's, and then opposite that is a Thirst Happy Drinks and Treats and Sunday's Best. So probably just a big single restaurant shop. So I think I like that better. Leave this. We'll shrink this bathroom. We'll shrink that bathroom. And things will be okay. I don't think I can go over 4. I think we need to keep it at 3. Because even if we just got rid of the bathrooms, still need to have the space for the escalator up. And then you live there. Now that we're going to keep things in place, we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hate that. I was going to bump it over. But there's a Italian restaurant that's right there on that corner. I think we're going to need that space. So I think that's going to be what we have. This has just been a whole lot of laying out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 take us to here. So you would be all taxiway, which means everything else is up here. So directly... Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Oh, this is going to be a big nightmare. Looks like there are some remote stands up here that we're not going to be able to squeeze in, which, fine. Either that or they're just parking stands. There's a medium hangar over to the left. Flip, flip. It's left of center. Where is center? That's center. So it's just to the left of the center point. I'm going to put it there. And then there is a small building of Menzies Aviation that lives kind of right here. And then you've got the fuel depot. And that... There's a service road that's going to run in front of this. This is going to have to get bumped back. So I think you're going to live here. And then we will do the 1, 2, I think we'll do 3. We'll have the space for a 4th just in case. Then it looks like there's a couple more buildings. There's the airfield maintenance, the Department of Airport Warehouse, which is over here as well. Then there's the large hangar that will sit somewhere over here, which is a large hangar indeed. And then air traffic control tower sits directly behind the fuel. It basically lines up here. So we can... flip, flip, put you right there. There's a road that comes across in front. Maybe. Can I have my road? Road that comes across. Road that goes down here. You need to move. You're going to have to go up here. We'll do a little taxiway like so, and that'll give us our service road across. You will connect there. You will eventually connect a few more spots. I don't necessarily see where... There's got to be a public road attachment somewhere here. Oh, that is all public road. Interesting. Yeah, this... Nope, this one up here is technically a public road. It's going to have to be a service road for our uses. You're going to come across. We'll go ahead and shoot you down like that. We can drop in the fire station. We'll put you right there. Police station, we'll drop in next to it just to have all of our EMS in kind of the singular location. We're sitting on a bunch of money. I'd like to build some of this today. But in order to build some of this, we're going to actually have to be very concise as to what we're building. You would definitely need to be hooked in. You need to come across like so. We'll go ahead and build the fuel depot. We'll go ahead and build you guys. We're going to need a way in. So directly behind the hangar, there's a parking lot. And then there's a public road that comes in and connects up here. So I think that's going to be where we drop our world entrance. I need to rethink that. Because I need a security. Would shift everything. I don't like the idea of shifting everything down a square, to be honest. I think we're going to bump you to the left. I don't know what has been built up in this neck of the woods, because again, Google Maps is still a little behind the times when it comes to the Salt Lake International Airport. I'm going to drop it in over here. We'll run... Nope, we're going to take this over. Give me a security here. Connect you there. We need a public road on the other side. Nope, there we go. Like that. You guys can build all of that. We can get our medium hangar in place. Go ahead and build that road. Build you. I need a little bit more service road here. And there, I guess. Don't think we could afford the air traffic control tower. But getting all of that laid out will allow us to shift this and start to clean up the front portion of the airport. Also finally gives us EMS to handle some of the aircraft issues we've been coming up with. Still at 84 flights a day. What happened to our security? I mean, there's plenty of space. What are you guys struggling with? You guys want to go back there? You can't go back there. You don't need to go back there. Your bag will come across to the front. You, I can't click on. We might need more security. Let's go ahead and grab some more ramp agents while we're here. You always need more ramp agents. At some point, we will train people up. However, that's going to cost a lot more money than we currently have. Where are you trying to go? Get to your bags, that's fine. bunch of security issues just stacked up here. Just let's do this, and we'll do that. I want a door for staff in here. That way they can just pop out, hit the break room, and then go back to work. Pickup drop-off is becoming an issue. Okay, yeah. You guys are making your way back and forth. That's good. Probably end up with a break room somewhere here once we get this area built. Meanwhile, you guys are filling in the last of our service road. Fuel depot is fueled up. We'll go ahead and bump that out a little bit. And got some cash. Let's give me a little bit more road. And we're going to run a road. Ooh, actually, hold on. Immediately next to the, that was called the hangar, a warehouse, is a parking lot. Give me this one. Oh, you are just too big. Hate it. All right, fine. You're too big there too. Great. Tempted to move this. I'm not going to move it. I will, however, do this and that. I know they're not even. These are some of the warehouse and maintenance buildings. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll come over and do that. And then next to that is the large hangar. But all of this is in place. You know what? You know what I want to do? I want this area to at least have the feel of somewhat being done. I'm going to just do a little concrete there. How big is this? Oh. That is wider than I want it to be also. I really want it there. I really do. No, we will go without. I'm just going to do that. We'll fill in with all this concrete. I take that back. I do want a road at least through here. So concrete, lots of concrete. And we'll just end with our little road right here to connect things through. And I think that will work for us. So we've got kind of most of the stuff. How much is a large hangar? 150K? Can't do that. But the Delta Logistics building is over here, so we will have a large hangar for that. But I feel we got a lot of planning done. Didn't get a whole lot of building done, but I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, checking out some more Airport CEO, and as always, hope you guys have yourselves a great day.